I can't help it. I'm mesmerised.
Right, here we go.
Here we go, mate. Let's go.
Dennis Jarman from Planetmosh with round 3.
Round
the
3.
Vardis, the heavyweights of rock.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, we're trying to lose a bit, but yeah, we're getting there.
Too many matches. First question for Joe. I'd like to, on behalf of myself and all Vardis fans, welcome to the band.
Thank you very much.
You were aware of Vardis back in the day, or were you?
I was, yeah. I think my first recollection, I told Steve about this, was about the age of 11. I'll give my age away now, aren't I?
What, you're 12?
That's right.
I knew there was something.
And I remember on ITV, London Weekend Television, it was, and I wanted to stay up and watch the late night concert. Right. And it was, I think, was it the ballroom?
I can't. Honest to God, I have no idea.
But it was
Shepperton
Studios.
I can't remember.
Shepperton, yeah.
And I remember
I
watching that.
wasn't even there.
That's unusual, though.
Yeah, I've seen it since. Yeah, so that was my first recollection of them. Yeah. So
did you buy all the records back in the day and got them signed? When you joined the band?
I did have 100 Mile an Hour. I did buy that LP, and that would have been about 83, 84. So I started buying records. The first record I ever bought was actually Number of the Beast.
Right.
And that would have been 82 because my sister bought me Run to the Hills.
Yeah.
And then I bought the vinyl album. Before that, I was kind of listening to the Police and stuff like that. And then I got into rock, and my first big kind of rock gig was 18th Street Wembley in 82.
Good way to
For
start.
those about the rock.
Initiation,
Yeah. Right, thank you. Right. I've read somewhere, mainly on some comments off Fred, that you rearranged some of the old songs and introducing some new songs.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Is that because of Joe's style of playing, or are you just going to?
No, I think
I
think what it is. There's quite a few songs that were to. When we're recording the new material, there's quite a few of the older songs that never got recorded in the studio.
Right.
So we're re-recording a few of those that have never had studio versions done of them, if you see what I mean. So it's a case of just reworking some of the material and yeah, the feel, Joe's style obviously very different to Gary in some ways, although it's still powerful rock sound.
Yeah.
Different type of drumming in certain aspects of it. It sort of gives the whole thing a slightly different sort of dynamic, which is very cool and interesting. We're enjoying it.
Right. Does that mean something that you actually teach drums? You do drum clinics?
No, not really. No,
Right.
not really ever taught drums.
Right.
On such, I'm only kind of the odd friend and stuff like that. I've never done kind of teaching.
You've got some odd friends, haven't
I have got some odd friends, but yeah, no, not really.
There's a few there.
I've done little pieces of, for recording and stuff to people in the past. But I wouldn't say, I'm not a session drummer, I've never been a session drummer. So.
Right, yeah. So how did you find Joe to ask him to join the band?
I think it's strange because myself and Joe worked together many years ago in education.
Right. Yeah.
And I had been out of the industry for many years and never discussed my first round one with the Vardis thing, and I worked in further and higher education, developing courses in audio engineering. And Joe, one of my colleagues, and we used to do sort of mixtapes for people and stuff, for students to develop their engineering skills. And I always sort of just played around with instruments and never really let go of what I do, in terms of the rock guitar that I sort of were known for. But I think eventually, when I saw Joe play, it struck on my mind that he was a good drummer back then. This was sort of in the early 2000s.
Back then.
And
as you said, back then you were a good drummer. How fickle can you be?
Absolutely.
And I think the last time we spoke was in about 2007, wasn't it? Something like that, when I left I went into another industry after the education industry. And it was just really bizarre, the shock obviously when Gary left the band, and myself and Joe, it was the first person I thought about, would he be up for a jam? And he came along, and it's locked in. I had no idea that Joe actually had been a Vardis fan before that, because we never spoke about it at work, did we? Ever.
It's not on the CV then, no.
No, I never spoke about it. No one in my old educational sort of persona, for want of a better word, had a clue that I was sort of Steve Zoliak from Vardis, heavy metal guitar player back in the early 80s. And I suppose towards my days leaving college, I mean, I never discussed it, and I think it was just when you said later that you sort of had an inkling that
it was an inkling.
It's a strange sort of thing when you walk out on something for 30 years and you want a different direction with your life. You know?
Right, yeah.
And that, I think, is, you know, it's just incredible really that Joe slotted in so quickly and so easily, because I think that was my main concern, that I couldn't do this again after 30 years and then just stop again. It would have been a total...
After only 2 years of
I
doing
couldn't do it. I couldn't
Yeah.
stop. There's no way I was going to stop again.
Yeah.
And I came back into this to make music because I felt I had a lot more music in me and I wanted to share that, and I felt we'd made some good progress this past year or so.
Yeah.
And I weren't prepared to dishonour and disrespect the fans that had supported us by just walking out on it again. And I think I have to deliver, and I will.
There's a lot of people waiting for the new songs that you wrote, so
I believe we will deliver that, and I think we've got a good chemistry here now, and we're working hard and developing it. And we can put a lot more time into sort of getting it together as a band and rehearsing more often and getting it gelling and crafting it. And by crafting it, you can then express yourself. And that's what a lot of people don't understand and don't consider. That talent is never enough. You can be the most talented player in the world of anything, whether you're a football player or a guitar player, but you will not achieve anything unless you practice. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And we as a team now have that ability to do that. We can gel because we are based in London now, and we do have that ability to get together more often and craft the material. I think that was, you know, obviously it was a big shock for me, especially with Gary, because I've known him so long, you know, and it was just a really big shock for me and a big shock for all of us. But it was, you know, the rehearsal time we had together were getting more and more limited and less and less. And the past year we just didn't spend enough time crafting the material. It's as simple as that.
As you say, you've got all those new songs to release,
exactly.
So
so we're on it, and we're enjoying it, and like I said to you, we believe that, you know, we've got a lot to share still and a lot to give still, and enjoying this.
That's my next on-plan question then. For Joe and Terry, is Vardis your full-time job, or you have other employment?
I do a bit of brain science and rocket surgery.
Right, yeah. I'll just
mainly
have my numbers then, right? Yeah.
No, it's now I've given up all the other stuff.
Right.
Wasn't any other stuff. No, you can't do this half-hearted, can you, Joe? You've got to bleed every day for Vardis.
Yeah.
Just on payday.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all about that.
Not every day, just payday. Right, yeah.
Commitment, really.
Right.
And I'm teaching sound still, so I have a kind of a job that I do that, sound engineering. And so that's my work is working with audio, teaching students about sound. So we used to work together, me and Steve. So.
Right. Right. As regards 2015, I see your next gig is in London with Diamond Head.
Yeah, first time in a long time.
You played with Diamond Head back in the day, or
I think.
not?
Well, we played with them quite recently, didn't we, at Hard Rock Hell?
You were on the same day, were you? I can't remember.
So, and you know, I think we they were on the bill. I can't remember.
Yeah, they were there, yeah.
I think we must have done at some point played on the same bills in the past. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds, you know, it sounds like it's going to be a real.
Well, it's just Brian Tattle now, but they're still a strong band, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're going to enjoy
We've got an
it.
Italian singer, Jacopo.
Yeah.
We're going to see him in a few months. Well, next month in a festival in Scotland called Wildfire. But,
Cool. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I mean, and it's two bands from that sort of 3 to 5 year period that it sort of has its own little niche and genre nowadays, and I think it's going to be a nice show that for everybody.
Is that a double headliner or?
We're sharing the stage with them. Yeah, why
that's
not?
right.
It's cool. It's great.
And I see with that gig you're giving away 200 EPs.
Yeah, there's going to be this EP limited edition that's coming for that show on vinyl. I mean, it will be available on other formats, but I think for that particular show it was just sort of a launch thing to put out a vinyl, because it's, you know, it's just a bit special then.
It's a rare thing with bands doing that these days.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to do a bit of vinyl again, and I think it's definitely getting bigger and bigger, isn't it, in the industry? People do buy a lot of vinyl again now and collect.
It's been a good comeback, and there's a lot more sales in turntables.
Exactly. And it's a better product, really, isn't it? As a collectible item. I think record sleeves and that. As a kid, I remember buying records just because the sleeve looked amazing, and then you take it home and it
all albums and chocolate all out.
I love all that.
Try rolling a joint on a CD. Something with a bit of...
It's impossible with a WAV file. I mean, how do you do that?
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
And USB,
you probably had one.
USB stick as well.
No.
So the EP, will that be like a mixture of new songs and old songs, or just new songs?
Yeah, it depends. The running order's not been decided yet, but yeah, I mean, we've done quite a few tracks now, and things are sounding great and fitting together well, and it should be a bit special. I hope, you know, so far I've got a good vibe. It's sounding great, so we'll be on it.
So you recorded that and produced that yourself?
Yeah, we're doing it. You know, a team effort really. Everybody's involved, and as I say, I mean, it's great because we get together a lot and work stuff through, and it evolves it and crafts it the way we feel good about it.
So you're down to play a German festival as well?
Yeah,
I remember the days of that.
We're on. You know, it looks like the Headbangers. I think it's.
That's right. The Nudi's big, isn't it? Yeah.
So that's all been. Looks like it's coming through for next year. So,
any more plans for 2000?
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to get an album out as soon as we can. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, obviously, you know, we had to reassess and replan 2015 after the new year. With what, you know, having to bring it together, the sort of new lineup and everything, and in a way this is a great sort of day for us because it's the, you know, first time we've been
Joe's first year.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're looking forward to this EP after this, and then maybe a few more gigs this year, and then hopefully we'll get an album done by the end of the year, and who knows where that leads us.
Right, one last thing, it's been 5 years today since Ronnie James Dio passed away. Any memories? You ever met him, seen him live? Favourite albums?
He was my favourite Sabbath singer.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one. Yeah,
that's right.
Especially live, anyway. Yeah.
Donington 87 for me, I think.
Right,
Song with Craig Golby, that was really good. We enjoyed that.
Yeah, we were there and 83 as well.
Yeah, my first Donington was 84, so I went to all of them from like 84 through to 91, then I kind of didn't go to too many after that, but saw him do the Astoria Holy Diver gig as well. When I played the whole of Holy Diver. Yeah. That was really good. Yeah. No, my brother did. Fantastic. Yeah.
How about yourself? Have you ever seen Ronnie James Dio live?
Yeah, I think I have. You know, my memory's terrible, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I did see him, and I remember him. I mean, that awesome power and that in his voice.
Yeah. It's such a small man, what a voice he's got, like.
It's like a lion roaring, isn't it? Yeah. How do you describe it?
No, it's
phenomenal voice. Gosh.
5 years.
Right, one more unplanned question. Saw you 4 or 5 times last year. Seen the set list each time, and each set list had 100 miles an hour on. You planning on playing that tonight, or is it still going to be something?
Well, it's interesting.
I tried to play it in the last gig, didn't I?
You did.
By mistake.
On his own.
So anything could happen tonight.
It's quite an interesting thing, the 100 mile an hour thing, because I actually had written a sequence of lyrics that were a follow-on to the story, and the whole thing about 200 miles an hour is like part of a series. So at some point, whether 100 miles an hour as it was on 100 miles an hour will ever be played like that again, I don't know at this stage, to be quite frank.
Does that mean you can play it twice as fast then?
Who knows? Who knows? But these are things we're working on, because I think it's very important to keep things fresh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love nostalgia myself, and I love, you know, the whole, I can see why it's appealing and how important it is. But at the end of the day, you know, as a musician, and I'm back focused, I'm bothered about now and tomorrow, not about the past. You know, it's important, the past, and I always believe that, and we learn from that, and we're inspired by that. But we've got so much more to give, and all three of us, and I personally as a songwriter, there's a lot of stuff now, and I can't stop doing it. It's sort of opened the floodgates for me. It's opened the Pandora's box,
right?
And I'm enjoying myself, and the momentum will continue, and we're out to make.
Just keep on writing while the ideas are still there.
And this lot, they're just great guys who can just, I feel confident with gel well, and we'll keep going and see where it leads us.
Yeah. So looking at this year, hopefully, you know, the a new studio album,
and
then a live album that was.
Yeah. I mean, we will be doing a live album for definite. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's the same old story. You know, we need to put in there to get out at the end of the day, and you know, we're working on it flat out at the moment, pushing ourselves, pushing the material, and getting creative with it, and it's great, you know, enjoying ourselves.
Did you ever get recognised since the Reformation or not?
Well, yeah, last night. Last night we did.
I don't mean by the tax man, I mean my fans. You know.
I was at a rehearsal place last night, and there was a guy there. He was asking us questions for like about an hour and a half. Went through the whole history of Vardis and Steve and me and Joe.
Worse than me then.
No,
So
it's
cool. Keen. I mean,
he just opened the door, didn't he? He came in.
Yeah,
we just finished playing a song.
We thought he knew Steve already.
Yeah, it was quite bizarre.
Because he knows a lot of.
So he recognised you then?
No, he heard the music. He was with another band in another rehearsal room.
Oh right, yeah.
And as the door opened for one of our lot to come in, we saw him going like that. Is that Vardis? Is that Vardis? Yeah.
They said no, we're coming.
We had a
Called TARDIS. You know,
had a good old chat. Yeah, he was a good bloke. Joe.
His name's Joe.
His name was Joe.
Is that an old Western song? Is it?
More like Ballyman.
I call him
Starting
Ballyman.
off and he'll be singing the Western song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said to you last year when they went to the Brofest. The drummer from Hollow Ground asked me if I was you. Yeah.
Swap.
Just,
No, you swap.
it's only hair anyway.
Yeah, it is. What can you do, eh? Rhinoceroses grow hair there, don't they?
They're there.
That's
They're there and everywhere.
Isn't it true that? Is a rhinoceros
It's true.
horn a hair?
It's not a horn.
Theoretically.
It's
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See, I do know some little bits of biology.
It's the old thing about like as we grow older, you know, our hair goes out around nose and our ears. Women just keep on growing their hair long. It's a woman's world, isn't it? But
It is.
it is, yeah.
Oh, could just eat a cheese roll.
Hey, I know. I did mine when it started going. I thought that's it. All or nothing, as Steve Marriott used to say.
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah. That's the encore now, is it?
Did he cut your
That's the
hair?
encore. Yeah.
Hold on, nothing, Steve.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But the Small Faces, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Steve Marriott. Yeah,
Humble
Small
pie,
Faces,
small
yeah.
faces.
Ronnie Lane, Slim Chance, that was a good band and all, wasn't it? It was sweet, wasn't it, Ron? Great songwriter.
Before our time, but Alison probably remembers. Yeah.
Beautiful songwriter. And then that lovely feel, that sort of almost country blues feel to it, hasn't it?
sometime. We toured last year.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love it. All that stuff.
Well, I think that's all I wrote down so far.
All right, matey.
I can't think of anything else more sensible.
Oh, Dennis.
Thank you once again.
Yeah,
On behalf of
lovely to see you.
Planetmosh, just
Yeah.
nice to see you again. So
Really.
hopefully we'll have a round 4 soon.
Definitely. And
Well, it'll be round 3 then, round 4 when we see you again.
like I say, we're going to be at it and enjoying ourselves. I mean, thankfully, it's the ball's rolling and we just keep it rolling and enjoy ourselves.
That's it, and try to keep the base holes to a minimum. I'll ask you one more thing, Laurie. You said you supported Ted Nugent in your old band in 1976 in London.
Yeah.
Any memories of that gig?
Yes.
Did you get paid? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I never used to think about getting paid.
Yeah.
I used to get, as long as I got home, I was happy. But no, he was Ted had a for tonight as well, by the way. He had a in the backstage of Hammersmith. It's all the dressing rooms on different floors. You keep going up this, right up to the top of the like this, and it's all dressing rooms. And he had one right up at the top. We could hear him playing non-stop, or just on his own, warming up for like 3 hours. So we never actually met him to talk to, but mysteriously the power got cut off twice in our set.
Oh, right, yeah. I've read a few things about sports slots with Ted Nugent, but
I liked his music. I did.
Yeah,
I went out front and watched him, and you could get some really high harmony feedback notes and stuff.
Yeah,
I like that because they're the ones I can hear.
You spend more time on the sound check than the actual gig, getting the right spot for his feedback.
Probably. He knew exactly where to go. And,
yeah.
No, it was good. Yeah, I bought some of his albums as well, even though I shouldn't have done because he's a hunter and all that sort of blood sports and stuff. But
I also I've been a fan.
I'm
Way
sure
over 35 years by trying to ignore the politics and the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, if good music,
Leaves good music, but
isn't it?
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You put like a Ted Nugent video online and you get all the animal rights,
Yeah.
questioning my parentage.
Well, that doesn't do any good, does it? So yeah.
So there.
There you go, claim to fame. You're back at Ted Nugent. I asked before about the EP, about bands giving something back to the fans these days. I listened to Simon not so long ago. A certain solo singer, I'll tell you his name later on, quite well known, recently played a gig near to us, and he was charging £50 for meet and greet before the gig. Right? And the way it worked out was he played his set, and then he made the crowd walk out. In the VIP, he let back in and played a sort of a few more songs too. So, as I say, it's nice when you sort of see bands put things back in the fans rather than just
all we can offer you really doing we'll give you money to do it.
Like results, or what's in a 10 bob note. Yeah,
well, there's a beer in the fridge if you want. Oh dear.
No, that's it. That's about it really. Nice. Thank you once again for your time.
Nice.
It's good to see you again.
It is.
Yeah, a bit like a boomerang.
Yeah,
really.
you were there at Brown Fest, weren't you? In the back in the first gig.
I know. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's it. I think. I mean, as I say, it's.
I was there back in 1980.
It's so exciting to feel that again. The buzz, the rock and roll that we play is. I think it's transcended through to this 2015, and people enjoy it. We enjoy it, and we've got a lot more to give, and that's the main thing.
It's better than bottling it all up.
It is.
I know what they're saying. Yeah, that's it. If you got songs to play, then it's time to get the new fans.
It is. There's a lot of guys out there.
Not just the old fossil like me.
Yeah, people enjoy it. Good music never dies, really. I think it's it's all out there to be rediscovered.
Yeah.
And a lot of
there was a quote actually I read in classic rock. Lips from Anvil, the lead guitarist, saying about there's no sort of like a decent songwriting these days. It's all like sort of screamy vocals and drummers just playing 100 miles an hour.
Melodically songwriting's shifted away from
the classic rock
you know, rock and roll and rock songs are very melodic in some ways, and that's by definition of what a rock and roll song is, isn't it? I mean, you've got a hook and you've
That's
got
it.
a chorus,
The hook. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and bands like Malthead and all those bands have that. You know, they have that. Those their key songs have got a proper song structure to them, and it's become more of a soundscape. A lot of music in terms of power rock and that these days. It's more of a sort of collage as opposed to a song with a sort of linear fashion to it. But you know, I think songwriters are still out there and they're still doing it. It's just that it's not sort of in vogue as much to some extent, and maybe that's partly to do with how the media operates.
Well, I've sort of found that certain magazines just cover these sort of bands and not like yourself anymore, and it's people like yourself made them what they were in the first place. But
it's cool, you know. I mean, you guys are on it, and you know, keeping the flag flying, and you know, I think there's sports out there. It's never gone away over the years, as you know. All these decades of all these cultural changes and changes in music, and good music still survives. It's still out there. And that's where technology's done us a favour, isn't it? Because you can find it, and then you can show other people that, like we were saying about.
it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah,
really? You know,
very much
double-edged
so.
sword, you know.
Yeah. So you've got to use what's out there and share it and enjoy it, and that's the bottom line, really.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right, I think that's the final
That's
countdown now as the song goes.
Yeah.
Thanks once again for your time.
Hey.
Steve,
Nice one, mate.
Terry.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Ella. Nice one.
Possibly, but-
Nice one.
That's a wrap.
A nice big group photo
Can I ask a
down.
question?
Dan?
Yeah.
Boxer or briefs?